Got a patriotic edition of the EJ5. Your top 5 American-born players. This is not a ranking, though. We're doing this by position, correct?
Yeah, I'm going by position. We're going to throw the goaltenders out of this because we only have the EJ5. We don't have the EJ6. When we come up with that, then we will have a goalie. But another day, we'll do the top 5 American goalies. We'll start with the right wing. And on the right side, I got to go with Patrick Kane. He's the guy right now that's going to be my top right-winger American-born. Off to a great start. He's tied for second in scoring in the NHL right now with 20 points through 13 games. He's got 9 goals and 11 assists, a +6, playing nearly 20 minutes a night. And he was part of Team USA at the Olympics in 2010. He had 5 points in 6 games, was an integral part of things there as the Americans nearly were able to take the gold medal. Of course, a Stanley Cup winner in 2010, first overall pick in 2007, and he could end up helping the Hawks back to another Stanley Cup this year. So when I think about a right wing, U.S.-born right now, there's no question for me, it's Patrick Kane.
Looks like a different player this year. He's taking it to a whole new level and leading the way for the Chicago Blackhawks.
No question.
Okay, number 4, who do you have at left wing?
Left wing, well, this is an easy one for me, too. I'm going to go with Zach Parise. Formerly of the New Jersey Devils, now back at home again with the Minnesota Wild. And we all know the story that Zach left the Devils in the offseason, signed the big free agent contract. Off to a pretty good start, 11 points, 7 goals in 14 games, a +1 in his career, over 200 goals. And he also, as we remember it well, Steve, he was a big part of that team in 2010 in Vancouver, Team USA. He had 8 points in 6 games. What people best remember, though, about Zach Parise during that tournament was that it was Zach in the last minute of regulation in the gold medal game against Team Canada. He silenced the loud crowd in Vancouver by scoring against Roberto Luongo. Team USA went crazy. The game, of course, went to overtime. And you know the rest of the story. Sidney Crosby got the game winner, and Team Canada won the gold medal. But Zach Parise would be my left wing, still playing great, hard workers, got the skill. He's my guy, left wing.
Great on the World Junior stage, too.
That's
He's
right.
done it all.
Won a gold medal in 2004.
Yes.
Absolutely right.
Okay, number 3. Need a centerman. Who's in the middle here?
I want a big horse in the middle, so I am going to take it with David Backes of the St. Louis Blues. And David Backes, the guy started as a wing, and he has moved to center now, and he's always playing against the toughest guys on the other team, the best players. So I like David Backes as the best U.S. center right now, 6'3", 225. He's got 9 points in 13 games so far. In his career, 128 goals in 459 games. And, you know, he played in that Olympic team, too, Steve. He was part of it. He had a goal and 2 assists, 3 points. I think he's coming more into his own as a player now. He was at Mankato State in Minnesota in college. I think he's been a guy that has developed over time. I think he's learning a little bit more even from Ken Hitchcock. Big horse of a guy. He'd be in the middle for me. So there you have the forward line.
Okay, we need a couple of defensemen.
Yes, we do.
Who do you have on the blue line?
Well, I've got Ryan Suter first. I mean, that makes perfect sense, right? Ryan Suter has been a terrific player in this league now for a while. He was part of that great draft class in 2003. He was 7th overall, went to Nashville. And like Zach Parise, he left his team, the Predators, to go to play for the Minnesota Wild. It's been a little bit of a transition so far. 8 assists in 14 games, a -4, but he's playing 27.5 minutes a night. So he is certainly a key guy there. He is going to be part, as Minnesota gets better, Ryan Suter is going to be a big part of that there. He is a legit #1 defenseman, usually a 40-point-a-game guy. And another guy that was part of the Olympics in 2010, silver medal winning team. And as you mentioned before, he was Zach Parise's teammate in 2004 at the World Junior Championships when Team USA won their first gold medal in that tournament. So Ryan Suter, definitely, I would have him in that
number
spot.
1. Need another defenseman.
Well, again, not in order, but I'm going to go off the board here with something that's going to be a little different. I am going to go with Seth Jones, not even in the league yet, but I just think this kid is a special, special player. He's going to be drafted this June. He's likely going to be the first overall pick. I think you're crazy if you don't pick this guy first overall. 6'3", over 200 pounds, great reach. He grew up in Plano, Texas, then he moved over to Denver. His dad, Popeye Jones, I think you probably know that story by now, of NBA player, and Joe Sakic was involved in telling the family to get some skating lessons. His mother, Amy, was involved in bringing him to all those the ice time in Denver and everything like that. But this is a unique guy who was part of Team USA winning the World Juniors. Just this couple of months, last month, Steve and I were there doing the games, and part of an under-18 team that won consecutive gold medals. A special player. I would have him on my Olympic team as soon as 2014. So for me, Seth Jones gets a spot, an American-born guy.